Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Discourse Debrief. We are on episode 7 or 8, yes?
Sure.
And today we will be talking about sports.
Ooh.
I'm Maggie.
I'm Logan.
I'm Abby.
Yeah,
this is very exciting.
and just a couple of upcoming things to know. Regents Cup is next Saturday, the 28th.
Bum, bum, bum.
Yes.
Well, when this comes out, it'll be like tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in Eller.
Scary.
Be there or be square.
Eller, be there, be square. Yes.
Cool. Yeah. How do we want to get started? I mean, obviously, we are in the midst of March Madness. In fact, as of recording this, Arizona's playing right now and kicking the crap out of Long Island. So
Yeah. Well, we thought we'd have kind of a chill episode today because you guys are so busy with Regents Cup and didn't want to,
that we are. Although I'm
make you even more busy.
I'm still gonna find a way to make it not chill.
All right.
Yes.
But apparently you guys are supposed to eat, sleep, and breathe Regents Cup currently. Screw family members.
Yes.
Wise words of Ted. Anyway, but yeah, March Madness, really intense. I hope you guys have your brackets made. I'm sure most people do. And I hope
Doesn't matter.
you are bearing down.
Bear down.
Bear down, just like Obama.
Yes. Yes.
Just like Obama also has.
Heck yeah.
So,
Yeah. Kind of a lot of interesting stuff in the sports world, especially over the last few years. Yeah, what do we just kind of think about the culture of sports in general as it stands today?
sometimes, okay. Hot take. I do love sports. I really do. I played many sports. I do think they're a little overrated sometimes, though. I will say. I feel like people are way too intense with it, and I'm mostly talking to our male population who get very angry and throw things at the TV or pout the rest of the day when they lose. I'm not talking about my dear boyfriend, but I am talking about other family members. You know who you are. But yeah, like I just feel like that's kind of an insane thing to do over a game of a bunch of like 20-year-olds if we're talking about college. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sort of in a similar boat, not for the same reasons. Like, I think sports is overrated, but only in the sense of like our athletic department is worth more money than I'll ever probably see in my entire lifetime, probably like 5 lifetimes. And that's just like when you really think about it, it's just like kind of depressing and like, what the heck? Why are you spending $5 million on one player when that could be like free tuition for like
That's how much they spend on a player?
I don't know. I don't know how much we spend, but
believe-
some teams do.
I
in
believe
college.
even more for, this is allegedly. I believe there's up to like $10 million deals for some players. Maybe here, maybe at other places, allegedly.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
Think about how many students' tuition we could pay with that.
Why is there so much money in sports? I mean, I get it, but also like if you don't have anything else going for you and you're just a sports person, you're kind of fucked if you get like injured or like, I'm sorry, I'm cursing a lot today, my bad guys, but no, like you got to have something else going for you. We were talking about this last night and how a lot of players don't really have the academics to back up their careers.
That's why we always say like college basketball players that are like they're good, but they're not like NBA good. We always like get ready to learn McDonald's, buddy.
Oh God!
Put the fries in the bag.
Yes. No, I do think that especially recently with now schools are allowed to actually pay their legally pay.
They already were.
I do think that it's now changing the culture of not just the college sports, but just college in general. You know, as we said, I think that it's just a little bit ridiculous how all of us have to pay. You know, our tuition is increasing constantly, and they're getting more and more to come here to play sports.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's like just the monetization of university in general.
The businessification.
And and through what did the ref say in the game?
Ill successful.
Ill successful. Oh my God. We heard that. We were both like, what the hell? Anyway, sorry, I'm getting off topic. But no, like it's becoming a problem, especially since, like Maggie was saying, our tuition is rising and I'm not getting paid for anything. Man, like I want to get paid for like I'll go join a club team right now. Like I'll go do it and I'll be bench, but I'm sorry. I'm getting really passionate. I'll be bench, but like give me like at least $10. Like I need something.
Yeah, no, I think it's just kind of, it's killing the vibe. It's kind of hard to root for them when you're like, dang, like.
Well, maybe that's something I want to ask is like, are we part of the problem at all? Because like all three of us have been to a basketball game. Abby, you're wearing a shirt that did you buy or did your parents buy?
My parents bought it.
Some of that money probably goes to the athletic department. My parents just bought me a shirt. Some of that probably goes to the athletic department. I mean, in that sense, are we part of the problem or is that like excusable?
I think it's part of the college experience to want to go to sports games. But I do think this T-shirt was kind of a ridiculous price, as is everything in the bookstore. And I understand, because if we're paying players $5 million, then, this $30 T-shirt is probably
after we just had a multi-$100 budget
Mishap.
That's generous, but yes, I can.
I did not hear about that.
No, the one from like 2 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I did hear about that.
Yeah, I don't really think that we're part of the problem, because I do think that sports is a very like big part of college culture, and I think that we should all be able to enjoy it. And I don't even think that the players aren't part of the problem, really, because I'm not going to tell them to like say no to that amount of money. Yeah. But I think that it's just a little crazy that people did actually approve this whole thing, especially because. I mean, our own school history, people went to jail for paying players to come play for us, and their careers were entirely ruined. And now we're like, it's okay.
Yeah. Well, then who is to blame? Like, that's the question.
I don't even know. I don't know who to put the blame on, but like, one thing that is really crazy is you have like college players now that are making more money than like actually professional players that are on like rookie contracts, like they're or like WNBA players. They make like five. Yeah. The highest paid players like $500,000 a season.
Yeah.
And men's college players are getting paid what 10, 20 times that.
Yeah.
I was actually going to bring that up, the pay gap between women's and men's sports, because we live in a society, in a culture where men's sports are prioritized. But I don't know if anyone's ever watched women's sports that's watching this. They're good. They're very good. And honestly, I think it's more entertaining to watch women's sports because they don't do any of that fake flop crap. Like when I watch women's soccer, I'm like, wow, like people are actively getting concussions and playing through them, but then men's, like, they just
if you watch a 10-minute compilation of Angel Reese, you will be your mind will be changed.
Oh geez,
I know who Angel Reese is.
They gotcha.
Isn't she the one that also did Victoria's Secret?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I know her from.
Yes, WNBA players are played less, but also like you just said, not many people watch them. Like, they're watched less. So like, I'm pretty sure this was true at least a few years ago. It might not be anymore. That the NBA actually subsidized the WNBA because they weren't making enough revenue to actually pay their players. So it was coming out of the pocketbooks of the men's league. I don't know if that's still true, but that was the case for some time. So,
but I guess women's beach volleyball is still up there.
Is it really?
Yeah. Let's use our brains a little bit here. People sexualize it.
Oh yes.
Okay,
yes.
God.
I know. Okay.
Well, at least it's good to know that you don't do that.
I do. I feel like the WNBA and NBA is kind of a different like something that there's other issues with it, but specifically with college students, I think it's a little bit crazy that, like the disparity. Like if you talk to any other D1 athlete at this school that does not play basketball or football, they are not making nearly like anything. So it's like they're still incredibly hardworking. They're still incredibly impressive and competitive, and like, you know, have trained their entire lives. And there's nothing there. So I think when it comes to like divvying up money for the actual students, it's just insane that there's this disparity. Of course, with the NBA and WNBA, there's a little bit more riding on like actual viewership. Mm-hmm. So I understand how that kind of like gets, you know, it's kind of like with movies. Like a movie that flops they're not getting paid that much. Like, but yeah, when it comes to the other athletes, it's just a little bit crazy because they're also, you know. Well,
and I know that there are some, like, I think rugby, they have to pay to do that. Like, the players have to pay to be in rugby.
Well, that's for, I think, like, club level. I don't know if we have I don't know if you could get scholarship for rugby to, like, play here. Because there's like, it's the same with our hockey team, is it's club.
Okay.
So it's not, it's still in the league, but I don't know.
I mean, it's really showing how little I know about it, because all I know is basketball and football. But I mean, that's what the university promotes the most. Mm-hmm. You don't really see the men or women's rugby Instagrams having thousands of followers.
You know what's really ironic about that?
What?
The men's baseball and women's softball have both won more championships than basketball and football combined.
Well, yeah, U of A has the best softball, one of the best, I believe it's the best softball program.
Historically? Not anymore, but it used to be.
Yeah. But, yeah.
Killing
like,
my vibe.
Yes, it has been up there.
Yeah.
I know that, like, early 2000s, I believe that they were dominating.
They were, like, back-to-back.
With Jenny Finch.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Jenny Finch.
And our women's golf team is the best, I believe. And typically, like historically.
Tennis were usually pretty good too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like all of but then you actually talk to them, and our track and field team is really good. So it's like you actually, if you ask any of these athletes that are in these dominating, like, they're the best of the best in their, like, sport, they're getting like $10 a day for their meal plan. They're like, oh, you can get maybe a burrito. Like,
not even, because everything is more than $11 on purpose, so you have to use a swipe and cat cash.
Stupid.
Just why I'm broke.
That's a whole other problem.
Yeah, we won't get into that.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I just think that the student part of it is just so insane when you really break it down on, like, why is my tuition going up?
Well, and then, like, for those football and basketball players, like Abby, you brought up, like, oh, they only have sports going from them, they're screwed. Not really, because they're getting paid like millions of dollars. If they get hurt and their career's over, like, they're fine.
Okay, but also
they have tons of money.
For a whole lifetime?
$10 million?
I was talking about like 5. In today's economy,
I think our basketball team, like, they're gonna be solid.
Yeah.
Well, other than, like, maybe
the walk-ons.
Like, I don't know about
like
them.
5th string,
like the Brit. But even if they don't get drafted for, like, the NBA, they can all go play overseas.
Yeah,
that's true.
So it's like they all kind of have something, and brand deals. Like, there's just a whole bunch of stuff. So, like, they're
set up for life.
Yeah, they'll be fine. But then, you know, the other, it's just, I don't know. I just think it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do, like, well, this is, when I say we, I'm not really saying us three, but, like, as a society or as a university, how do we, if we can, how do we go about fixing this issue? Because, like, we can't even say, like, who's to blame. I don't think it's players. It's definitely not students. Maybe, like, media, I guess, but I don't know.
I feel like we're a little past that point.
Can't put the genie back in the bottle?
No. Yeah. Can't put the cat back in the bag.
No, I definitely think that after they allowed the students to get paid, that or to accept, I think that, like, the major part was, like, they can accept brand deals now, which is something that they weren't able to do. That's what a lot of them are making their money from. You know, like, Caleb Love had a Skims Skim Steel.
Ooh.
So I believe Noah Fafita has a JP Morgan.
Really?
That's the jet.
No.
No, wait, what's the
Boeing?
Chase? JP?
No.
The jet?
The jet company or
Boeing?
something. No, it's not Boeing. It's
A
one
jet
of those
company.
It's like a JP, JA, JM
Okay.
like jet company. So they get access to private jet.
Oh, gotcha. Well, like here's the thing. I don't even necessarily have an issue with players receiving money for playing.
Yeah.
I think I just have an issue with like how much they're getting paid. Like
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
should have
They
been
should put a cap.
Yeah, exactly. There should have
Yeah.
been some kind of like comprehensive limit of like, okay,
I agree.
if you're getting paid $10 million to play like one basketball game every week, like that's kind of excessive.
Yeah, I think that it should be, I mean, if you just look at any of the campus jobs, the people who are collecting those tickets, the people who are, you know, sitting at the box office, and the people who are like cleaning up afterwards, they're getting paid $15 an hour. So it's like,
Yeah. Well, it just goes to show, and this like is true of the university, and hot take is true of the entire national economy. We have the money to just pay for everyone.
yeah.
Like our athletic department alone could probably pay the tuition of like, I don't know, half of our students for a year.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, let me do the math. My phone's over there. Can I have your calculator? But continue, because I'm going to do the math.
But yeah, like I just think that like it's so much money that it's so insane. Like,
Yeah.
and I get it. And the thing is that like I'm also not coming off. I love basketball games.
Yeah.
Like, and I love the pride that I have in the men's basketball team. Like, that's so wonderful. And so I don't think that there's anything wrong with like this being propped up at all. I just think that it's the disparity of it. Of
Yeah.
like, maybe if we lower their pay, then we can raise the pay of other things, and like that, and then maybe those other things can get a little bit more exposure.
Yeah,
And,
I
like,
mean, I totally agree. I think that sports aren't a bad thing. I don't think that was ever the problem.
No.
I definitely think that how much money we pour into sports is the biggest issue, because at the end of the day, I mean, they are just like, this is going to sound really bad of me. They are just regular people that are just good at what they do.
Yeah.
And there are regular people that are good at what they do in every job, and they are not getting paid as much as these people are.
Well, it's just, you know, the fact that it's entertainment.
Well,
we
yes.
put so much focus on it in the same way that we
Actors, too. I could say the same
exactly,
thing.
Exactly. We put so much focus on the movies, news. I mean, a whole
Social
bunch of
media.
things.
Well,
Social media.
I mean, if we even compare with the actors, though, in the arts, obviously actors, once they're established, get paid an insane amount. But if we really wanted to say something like, you know, we're setting up these men for success and we want to see them in the professional world,
Yeah.
then why are you taking away all of the theater programs in the country? Because
Well, and no
why are
one-
you not? There's no money going into those, and that's an entertainment.
And you don't
that's
see
something
people
care
going
about.
You don't see people going to like these college theater productions. I mean, Maggie and I did once, but
Shout
but
out.
those could be like their future movie stars, and there's not enough money poured into it, so those people don't have as big of a chance of success because of the unequal distribution of money.
Well, there's at least one actor I know there's more that are from the U of A.
Yeah.
Suits, Louis Litt, the actor that played him, went to the U of A.
And Kristen Wiig, she's in Bridesmaids. I believe.
Didn't like Kendall Jenner go here too?
Yeah, but she's not good at anything.
She's a model.
No,
Okay.
Courtney.
Cool. She has
Oh.
good genetics. That's it.
Courtney Wiig.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
mean,
like we have
Entertainment.
actors. I think last year the theater school got like $5 million from like famous alumni, like $10 million from famous alumni. So, and we just had an Oscar winner that was a U of A alumni. It was the producer of the F1 movie.
Oh.
Yeah.
my point is
So,
really
like-
not being proven.
Well, yeah.
Well, no, I'm just saying that's like an example of
Yeah.
look at how they succeeded with these things. Imagine we put that much money into our theater and arts programs.
Could be like everyone.
Yeah, we could actually have and I just want to say U of A was just a couple years ago, like a top 15 school for theater, and now they don't even have a theater major. So it's like
They don't anymore?
no, they took it away. So like
It makes me really
I
mad.
believe they have an acting major, but I just don't think they have like a theater for stage. I don't even know, but like it's just the way that we're taking. It would be one thing if we were,
This dragon fruit's really good. My
if
bad.
we were like giving them all this money and then we were also still like able to
Yeah.
fund things. But when you're watching us lose $250 million and us take away majors and programs and like everything, that's when it's like, okay, so
But hey,
It's really
basketball's
frustrating.
good.
Yeah, but like I don't care enough about it.
What was this was like a Roman thing back in Roman times. A Roman thing back in Roman times. There was this like expression that like as long as you give the people like what it was like bread and circuses, they'll never revolt or something like that.
Yeah.
So as long as you give them food and you give them some kind of entertainment, people will always be complacent.
Yeah.
And I think that's true because like we were saying, like the money that is going to sports could so easily go to other programs or just go to, a cheaper tuition. But watching basketball is fun, so like no one really cares.
But what happens when you can't afford the food?
Well, then that's even
Because
worse.
of everything. Well, because the food plans here are like so expensive. And then not to mention like my freaking salads I get every day are $11, which is I think personally quite a lot for a salad.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's good, but that's
It's not
a lot.
$11 good.
No, and so then it makes me a little frustrated when I'm watching sports and how much money keeps going into these sports because I'm like, I can barely afford my meal plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's also kind of like because we don't even benefit from like obviously we can get Zona Zoo, right? But
Right.
that caps out at a certain point, and then if tickets are if it's sold out to like everyone else, then it's not like we're expanding our student section
Yeah.
or anything, and it's not like we're making Zona Zoo more affordable. So it's like we're all paying, $150 for Zona Zoo. And that's not going down. If anything, it's just going up because
Yeah.
they're adding all these like the plus and the this and the that. And so it's like, again, if we were actually seeing where all of this money is going, like
Yeah.
that they're pouring into these sports programs, I feel like we wouldn't be that upset. But the fact that they can sign up for class before us, they get first dibs on class. Don't play with me.
Yeah, I mean, it just goes back to this sentiment that like the universities become like a business and a corporation and not like a center for education.
Corporalization of the university.
Exactly. There you go.
Yeah.
And that's obviously not just true of U of A. I mean, we do have the privilege of having
Everywhere.
very good athletics, but this is true everywhere else. I mean, you could say even the Ivy League educations.
Yeah. I mean,
like,
all the number one seeds right
Yeah.
now are sports focused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if you even look at the aspect
Yeah.
of like the athlete's mental, like the impact on that, before it's like, of course people were like writing on them and like hoping for them, but now that they have these brand deals, they have these, people are betting on them. People are
I hate sports betting.
like, they're getting so much is riding on them at 18 years old. And so like when they mess up, because we see it in professional sports all the time where one person mess up and it's like, psh, it's
Career over,
But
yeah.
they're already established, they're adults, they're not really going to lose much from that loss, even if people are upset with them. But like with these kids, it's like, that is an insane amount of pressure that you're putting on them when they're like, they just turned 18. Like they're
Yeah,
just
there are players that are younger than I am right now. I like Cooper Flagg was drafted number 1 last year, and he turned 18 a few months ago. Like I'm older than him.
Whoa.
Like my mom would always get freaked out when she sees like a Major League Baseball player that's younger than her, and now I'm reliving that exact same thing. And I'm like, oh God, that is
Well, it's
terrifying.
just like Koa Pete's 18 years old.
Oh.
Like Braden Burries, I believe, is 18 years old, or maybe they just. But when they were
They look like
signed,
they're 25.
when they were signed to us and everything,
Probably
they were
all
like,
the pressure.
They were like 16, and I'm
Yeah.
like, that's an insane amount. If you're saying like, and you can even see it in the games where they like kind of freak out because I feel like it happened with like Carter Bryant a little bit, where like all of this pressure, they were like, he's gonna be the greatest, he's the new LeBron. Like there's like
He's freakily athletic.
they were going like crazy on him, and then in a big game he kind of like freaked out a little because, like, if he messes up, like, it's over.
Well, and it's not just
Yeah.
that. It's just it's also like the backlash from fans. I mean, like college players will legitimately get like death threats on social media if they
so
mess up.
mean.
Yeah, and it's because people have become so invested in sports, not just like from an emotional standpoint, but from a money standpoint.
Yeah,
Like
sports
betting.
betting.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like if a player messes up your parlay, you're gonna be pissed.
Well, I mean, right now, March Madness.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
My family's doing a seed pool, and it's like, I think number one prize is maybe it's in the thousands right now, and everyone put in $10. And then Logan's
How
family
many
is
people are in there?
100 something. And then Logan's family is bragging rights. So
Yeah.
I prefer that one, and I'm honestly taking that one a little bit more seriously
And you're doing better.
because I'm doing better in it. The seed pool, I'm like 95, but I don't know, maybe I can get last place and get my $10 back. But yeah, no, I would rather the more like competitive bragging rights kind of betting,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
because it would ruin my entire day
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
I bet so much money and then I lost. And I think that's also the thing with men that I'm seeing, because it's mostly men that are really into the
Yeah,
sports
I don't
betting.
think I've ever seen any women bet on sports. Like, oh yeah, I've got $10 on this game. Like, what?
No, I think it's and I think that, like, just to move out of like just the college talk of it all, like just the culture of sports in
Yes.
general,
Yeah.
with getting so invested, like unhealthy levels of invested in sports, and I think that the betting isn't making that any better. And like,
Yeah.
I think that there's also the normalization of how intense people feel about sports. You know, like it's kind of expected that,
Yeah.
like, it's kind of like a funny joke, like, don't talk to him while he's watching his. Anyway.
No, I
But,
know what you mean though. Like,
Yeah.
it's.
Go ahead.
Well, it's the hatred against your rivals. And I mean, I will say I am a part of it. Like, I'm a Michigan State fan, so I really don't
but
like
you
Michigan.
You wouldn't punch a wall.
No, but I wouldn't, if I was at a game, I wouldn't yell like curse words at another fan for just wearing a Michigan t-shirt. I would maybe give them a dirty look. But
Yeah.
but I wouldn't ever like physically assault somebody. I wouldn't yell rude things at people just because of a sports team they like. I feel like that's kind of ridiculous.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I've thought about saying like snarky things to ASU fans before, but
Well, and that's part of the issue.
well, but here going
Sorry.
kind of Maggie, what you were saying, I think maybe one of my opinions is that like, and this goes back to like, as long as they have entertainment, they won't revolt. The world around us just generally sucks, and sports becomes sort of an outlet
Yeah.
to get some kind of emotional, not affirmation, but like engagement, I guess. So yeah, I just don't think people have, because like you look at European countries, like they're very engaged with sports, but not like in the same way that Americans will just like
Sure.
put everything on the line.
I don't know. Talk about
I mean,
football and you
okay,
get a little
well.
gets a little messy.
No,
Yeah, maybe that's not a fair comparison.
I mean,
but-
I just think that it's a very, just real quick, I guess, to give my feminist take on it. I
Please
just think
do.
that if women got any level of emotional about something else like this,
Yeah.
it would not be a multi-million-dollar industry.
Well,
it would
I
be
agree.
a joke, and it would be, like, if you even just think, I personally don't see anything in pop culture that is nearly as intense and is, female dominated
Yeah.
in terms of fan base. So I'm just saying, I think that maybe it's an outlet for specific people.
I agree, and I feel like the normalization of men being violent or angry when watching a sports game, like that's just okay, and women are supposed to just accept that. I feel like that's completely ridiculous. Like, I mean, there's you see all the time when you go to like a Super Bowl party or something like that. You see the women are usually in the kitchen preparing all the snacks, and the men are on the couch watching the game, even if it's a commercial. Like they don't help, and so I don't know. That's never gonna be me. I'm gonna put that man in the kitchen. But anyway,
Oh
But-
yeah,
Well, it's just like I don't really understand why that's okay.
It does just embrace this, you know, and I think it's fun. I think it's fun to engage in a little, like, you know, like, obviously being from Boston, like, we're the goated sports city. So, like, I mean, we don't really hate on a lot of people because it's, you know, it's hard to hate when you don't compare, really. Like,
Really proving our point.
I'm just saying, but...
Well, I mean, I come from the town of the Bears, so.
But, but it's just...
I come from nothing.
I don't know. There's just there's the whole culture around it is just it's not there's a line between really loving your team and absolutely hating the other team.
I agree.
That I feel like we cross too often.
Yeah. All the time.
Yeah.
And
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm just clarifying. I mean, not to put all of the blame on men. I mean, I have seen women that are very passionate. I've seen many videos of fights at sports games. But I do think it's just because it's such a male-dominated industry or section of our media. So.
Yeah, and again, like, there's nothing wrong with people enjoying sports. No. I mean, again, it's just kind of the scale and, like, how engrossed we've become and how much we've let it dominate our lives in every facet. So. Yeah. And then, or just entertainment in general, not even just sports.
Yeah, to kind of like push us along, but like tie that in, I think that people do take sports very personally, which is interesting because people also, you know, if we'd like to talk about the whole like keep politics out of sports conversation and like mindset, unless we don't want to jump into that at all. But
I'm sure we could.
We could. I don't know.
Would we like to?
Yeah,
or is there more?
Whatever you want.
Else have anything?
I don't know.
Go wherever you were gonna go.
Well,
I can't shit on men anymore.
I was just going to say, I think that it's interesting how involved people get in sports, but then how impersonal they want sports to actually be. Like, or like they are so invested in these things, and some people, like, that's their identity, is the sports teams that they root for. But they don't want the teams or the leagues to have any kind of personality, really. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, if they make a statement, they don't want teams to make certain statements.
Or
to
like take a stance.
Yeah, they don't want players to make kind of things like that. So it's interesting how it's so ingrained in people's identity, but then so removed as well.
Yeah, I know, because like the NBA, like during the George Floyd stuff, like all their players were wearing like BLM shirts and stuff like that. And I want to say like hockey celebrates Pride Month every now and then.
They actually just, it's really interesting because, you know, they're trying to profit off of heated rivalry right now by like posting all of these things, but they just banned rainbow tape so none of the players, even if they don't make a statement or anything, they can't use rainbow tape on their sticks or their
I mean, like, it's interesting. Like, I can understand the perspective because like we're all politically minded, but for someone who's like just not interested in that kind of stuff, or maybe not even interested, just doesn't want that to dominate their lives, because, you know, sports already does, I can understand not wanting to see that. But at the same time, specifically with like BLM and like Pride Month, the fact that our athletes need to make those kind of statements is kind of absurd.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm sorry.
No, please.
Well, I also feel like it's, you know, I feel like if you don't want politics to be involved in your sports, fine. But also it's kind of privileged if you're like, oh, well, I don't want to even look at politics. It doesn't affect me, which is kind of crazy because I'm like, okay, well, it may not affect you, but it affects a lot of people.
Yeah.
Well, and then
Can I have some money then?
It also like goes into the fact of like, let's be complete. A lot of sports fans are incredibly hypocritical because they love athletes of color. Yeah. And they love their teams they love the diversity of their teams, but then they go and say no more DEI. And I'm like, well, I'm going to tell you something right now. If you get rid of DEI and you want some kind of like Jim Crow whites only situation in the rest of the world, you're not going to have really much to
or it'll be like, oh, we should cut off immigration. Like, your favorite sports team, their best player is from Canada.
Yeah, like it's
nice
just,
one, buddy.
It's the absurdity of like, and that's what I mean by like, you enjoy, like, specifically, like, black players, right? You enjoy what they can bring you and provide you. They can give you entertainment. You can count on them and root for them. But when they say something about their identity, you're like, no, I don't want to hear that, though. Like, I don't want to. Can you not say that? And it's like, but you love them and they're your favorite player and you idolize them. And, like,
you have a T-shirt of them.
Yeah, so it's not really, I don't know. It's not turning
hypocritical,
it,
like you said.
Yeah, like, it's just kind of like.
It's kind of turning it into, like, a circus in a way. Like, I mean, you watch some of these bigger schools and maybe like Utah or something like that, and the whole crowd are all white people, and then you look at the court and it's all people of color, and it's just, it
Their
feels,
best player is black.
well, and it feels a little dystopian considering what some of the majority of the population in the school stands for, and you're just like, well, you really enjoy pouring your money into this team and you love this team, but do you actually love the people on it or just what they do for you?
Yeah. Exactly. Like, it's very, so it's just kind of like, you can't be, and the thing is that it's not like they're just turning, first of all, I just want to point out, like, sports has always, in American culture, has always been political.
Yeah.
Like, it has had a long history of being a very political thing.
Jackie Robinson.
So, yeah. And, like, I think that we're normalizing the, like, it's okay if you don't want politics in your sports because we've already normalized the fact that you can be, like, a non-political person. Like, I think that because we've normalized that on the cultural thing of, like, it's okay if you don't want to care about politics. That's fine.
That's a good conversation for another episode. Is it okay to be apolitical? I like that.
Yeah, so, like, I think that because we've normalized that, but if you look at, like, even just 100 years ago, a lot more people were actually engaged, whether they were progressive or conservative or whatever. I feel like there was a general thing amongst American people to be politically aware. And so sports was politically aware. We've had multiple, Olympic boycotts because of things that are going on in other countries or, like, whatever it is. And there have been so many times where there's been a stance. So I don't know why we're now acting like Colin Kaepernick was the first person to do something.
Well, and not only that, but, like, during the Cold War when the U.S. beat the USSR in that hockey game that the movie's about, like, that was a big deal for the entire country. So that's also true in the fact that, we take the results of sports seriously, but we also, like, the people involved are politically charged as well. So.
Sorry.
Yeah, so it's very, obviously there was Jesse Owens, the track and field Olympic runner who it was, Hitler was trying to spread this whole message of, like, Aryan, like, dominance and wanted the Olympics to represent that, and then, was humiliated in front of everyone when a black man beat everyone. And so, like, it's just interesting how I feel like collectively we can all look at these moments and be like, that thing that person did was really, really cool and that was really impactful, but I don't want Bad Bunny in my performance. Like, I don't want Bad Bunny in my thing. Like, I feel like the general thing, it's kind of like, I mean, without going into a whole nother conversation, but with, like, MLK, like, a lot of people, conservative and not, like mess with him a little. Like, they're like, oh yeah, he was a good guy. And I think that it's just kind of recency stuff that we're thinking of, because all of the stuff, like, I don't know, sports has just always been a political thing. And
I feel like people, they get angry when it affects them in the moment, even if it, like, doesn't actually personally affect them, but they feel that it affects them. So that's why I think the whole, like, I don't want to say too far in the past because it really wasn't, but MLK, they're like, oh, I'm fine with him because I wasn't alive during that time, or I wasn't old enough during that time for it to affect me. And so
I think, honestly, it's like, it's just more of a dog whistle. Like, when people say sports, like, oh, I don't want politics in sports, I think what they're actually saying is, like, oh, that's the wrong kind of politics that I want in sports. That's not the politics I agree with in sports. That's really what they're saying. They don't actually want sports to be apolitical. They want the politics of their sports to agree with their own.
Yeah, I mean, it's even with, like, how many teams, had a moment of silence for a certain podcaster. you know, apparently that wasn't political. Apparently that wasn't.
No, that was basic human decency.
Yeah.
But then I don't think any of them did it for pretty or good.
Yeah, no. So it's
well,
like,
some of them did, but not like.
and I will
not
just
as
say,
many.
the ones that didn't do that won all of their games that week. So
Is that true?
I believe so. I think that it was the 4. There were like 4 that really made a scene about it, and they all lost. So.
Well, I mean, it's just like people are profiting off of it too,
Loser.
and or they're getting more views, and people are deciding to follow them more because they're like, oh, they made this statement, so I'm going to follow them now, and I'm going to bet money on them, and I'm going to buy tickets to their game and their merch, and so they're just getting more money, and so I think it's honestly, I think it is beneficial for teams to make a political statement because they're getting money out of it, but they also could be losing money. So it's just, I don't know, it's always this seesaw of statements.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I do think what's interesting is the difference in U.S. based sports, right? NFL, NHL, all that, and Team USA. Their responses to political questions, because Team USA at the Olympics was very much making some political statements.
Oh yeah,
of like, you know, like we're representing the America that we do love, but we're not representing what's going on right now.
Oh yeah,
and like a lot of them said that with their full chest. None of the professional athletes that are, you know, in these other things are making any kind of statements.
right. Well, I mean, I think it was even in hockey, right, where the men's team kind of stood with the administration, and then the women's team kind of pooped on the administration a little bit. I didn't know how to put that in the most eloquent way possible. But I mean, like and those are two groups of people that are representing America, and I think it just shows that America is kind of that. Like, we have people of many different opinions, and I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing to be able to state your opinion, but it is kind of weird how Team USA, who's representing our country and in front of all these other countries, can say things, but then people in our actual country, it's like, oh, we don't want to upset the American people.
Yeah.
So
and it's just kind of this whole, because I don't know if any, with like F1, for example, I believe, this could be alleged, but I believe that Team Ferrari, for their American races, did not want to wear a red hat in America because the world sees that as like a symbol of like, I belong to this group.
Yeah.
And so the entire Ferrari team, everybody like on it, everything, did not wear a red hat once, well, in America during their races. And like, even things like that, when you look at, I mean, obviously this is kind of a different like conversation, but like the way that the rest of the world is looking at us versus how we think that we're doing right now, it's like the rest of the world, like, they allow their sports to be political.
Yeah.
And they allow like these like statements to be made and everything, except for us. So it's not like we're keeping up with the status quo. We're actually like falling behind.
And we fine our players too for making outrageous comments, or like even a celebration dance that's maybe a little bit rude.
Or
like, I don't know.
Again, the example of Colin Kaepernick, like, he kneeled and was he kicked off the team or not brought back for the next season?
Yeah,
like,
I think like benched indefinitely or something like that.
Yeah. Which
intense.
in retrospect is really like not even that outrageous. I don't know why at the time we thought that was such a big deal, and I'm like, he kneeled, cool, like, okay.
Yeah, and it was kind of
like from a progressive standpoint, like, dude, that's very performative. Like, I don't really care. Like, why did that create so much outrage?
But it's just kind of like, with an example of that, it's kind of like, is it really that deep? And the people who like truly just don't want like politics in their things, then don't pay attention to that part. Like, don't pay attention to the guy who kneels. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, no one's asking you to like to even watch that.
Yeah,
it's not that deep.
Well, and feeding into it too just creates a bigger issue than there ever was in the first place. Like, okay, so what that he did this thing? Now you posting about it, tweeting about it, arguing with people about it, talking about it in your daily life. Like, dude, you're kind of like feeding the beast here.
Yeah, like it's a little bit like Dennis Rodman, right? He's a very eccentric person, right? But he still can play basketball. He's still pretty, and but people will have like some kind of like, I don't want to see things. I'm like, then don't, like, no, you don't have to give a comment on the fit. Like, you don't have to give a comment on what color his nails were that day. Like, you can simply just,
or his hair.
Yeah, just comment on the game.
Or,
like,
you know, what they're getting paid to do is play the sport, you know? Like,
yeah, like, there's so many, again, it's like with the halftime show. It's like, did we need to make it that big of a deal? If you, for some reason, are so bigoted and weird, just turn it off and shut up. Like, you don't need to go to social media to be like, I will be watching Kid Rock. Like, well, and who's Kid Rock?
Real. Well, and you can't discriminate against people in the workplace based on their identity. So why are you allowed to do it in sports?
Yeah, I think it's just a little bit like,
it's weird.
There's no, who cares? Like, people are so bothered by it. I'm like, but I think that's because they have this crazy passion for sports.
Or have money
like,
riding on it.
Yeah, like, it's just kind of like, just watch the dang game, guys. Like, just watch it. And again, I come from Boston. Very strong sports culture there. But we're pretty chill.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. I mean, we're real passionate, but pretty chill. Pretty chill vibes.
Okay, oxymoron.
I mean, nowhere else in the country gets the day after the Super Bowl off, huh?
We get the Texas rodeo off.
Woo!
Yeah, I don't think I was ever in school during the Texas rodeo. So
I'm from Montana. I've never
got it off.
Rodeo.
Yeah, well,
and I have no desire to go to one.
I actually went to one in Montana. It was, I know, guys, I actually don't support rodeos. I think they're pretty evil, but
never been to a rodeo.
But anyway,
that was a fun conversation.
I liked it.
Anything else?
I love talking about basketball. Maybe we should all check our brackets right now to see how we're doing.
Well, I don't have my phone, so you're gonna have to check mine for me.
I think, you know, end of the day, figure skating's the hardest sport out there.
Baseball.
That's a wild take, but you know what? Have that take if you wish.
I absolutely will.
The hardest sport?
I'm 100% not biased.
Baseball's not the hardest sport.
Yes, it is. I'll die on this hill.
Can you figure skate?
No.
I can play baseball.
Okay. Are we talking baseball in general, or baseball and skating in general, or baseball and figure skating at the highest level?
At the highest level, skating of course takes that.
No.
Takes the
can you do
Big Poppy was one of the best, and that man couldn't even jog.
Okay.
Can you do like 4 spins in the air, just jumping off of the ice?
No, I can't hit a 99-mile-an-hour ball either.
Oh my god.
Okay, well.
Oh my god. I'm being rage baited. This is the issue.
I don't know. I think soccer is the hardest sport.
You know, you guys are really playing into this narrative that sports makes people really passionate and angry. I'm very calm right now.
I'm also very calm.
I'm not. I gotta speak up for my community.
Yeah, Maggie, we have a very, very special member on our podcast because Maggie is, we're keeping it on the down low.
It's a big secret.
Never mind. Maggie, all you need to know is that Maggie's important.
The implication being that we're not?
Well,
no, everyone's important.
We are,
but I got some insider.
Maggie's got some knowledge.
Some skin in the game
on figure skating. So
yeah, I got some knowledge.
Anyways.
Yeah.
But I think it's actually my for real take is that because women's sports can't be as physical, it's a lot harder. It's a lot more calculated. Hockey's a lot harder when you can't just check people into the boards.
Well, and also like in baseball, you're not getting scored for your outfit or your appearance or your performance ability. So there's an element of theater to figure skating, right? So it's not just how well you do the moves, but also how you look doing them.
This goes with like debate almost too. Like it's not just your argument. It's like
exactly
how you present argument, how nice you are to the judges, and like.
But do you have to look good while you play baseball?
I hate that
because those sunglasses are not it. Well,
yeah,
that's the thing. Like you don't get scored on that.
There's a difference between like technical skill and an athletic skill for sure. And different sports have different demands of technical skill.
Yeah, but that's why I think figure skating is probably a little bit more mentally and physically challenging because of
There's
both of those
scores in
aspects.
figure skating. There's performative and technical, and they're scored completely separately. So
He's just mad because he's losing this argument.
not
you know, I played softball.
I'm just not
actually.
arguing.
I was fire. At
I played
softball.
softball. I quit because I was really bad. But that's okay because I play soccer. I wasn't really bad. I can throw a ball. I'm not.
Cool.
I just couldn't hit with a bat, which is basically what you do.
Yeah.
So-
Well, what I did.
I was
Sorry,
shortstop.
what you did. Oh, so was my mom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and sometimes just second.
Oh, I play center defense in soccer, so I think that's pretty cool. Or did.
But yeah, so yeah, just go watch figure skating.
Yeah.
Watch women's hockey.
Support the women, please. Give them more money.
Women's hockey is fire.
Women's hockey is fire.
I mean,
That's ironic because it's on ice.
Go watch our immigration episode.
Okay.
yes.
Crazy
And
segue.
Well,
as always, bear down.
Yes.
yeah, bear down.
Okay.
Despite everything, Arizona better win. So
And if they don't, we riot.
no.
We're actually scratch everything we said in this. If they win, they can get whatever they want.
No. You know what? Give them even more money.
Give them more.
Take away from my bank account, please.
Yes.
You
I'll
can
buy dinner
have my
for 'em.
life savings. as long as
Increase
they
my
win.
tuition. No, I'm just kidding.
Please.
But yeah, I thought this was a fun episode.
Yeah,
I
it was
enjoyed
cool.
it. Sorry if I did get a little passionate at the beginning about the men. I'm sorry, but not
Let's
really.
Don't worry.
They're ruining everything.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Yes.
Yeah. I guess I'll send this off.
All right.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Yeah, because you guys have said enough.
Okay, you're
Oh.
on thin ice today,
Oh my
pal.
god. Oh my god.
I'm kidding.
It's really
It's
playing
the
into
gift
this
of
narrative.
gab. We have the gift of gab.
I mean, you are kind of proving my point right now.
It's called irony.
Oh, I don't know if I like that.
I just got mansplained irony.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway.
Anyways, that was us talking about sports and all manner of different things.
Come to the Regents Cup.
Yes,
please.
come to Regents tomorrow, basically for you.
I'll be ushering people.
The last
first.
round, like the championship round, should be live streamed.
Yeah.
At least they did that at NAU. I assume we have the capabilities of doing that as well. So hopefully,
If you like seeing our beautiful faces, go support Maggie
yeah,
and Logan.
more than you already do. So
Mm-hmm.
Go support Maggie and Logan, and I will help you find their room.
yeah, but yeah,
When you get there.
I've been Logan,
I've been Maggie.
And I've been Abby.
and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye bye.